Alright, so here's a review for my 2019 Blade 49R pocket bike that I got off minipocketrockets.com. So this model you'll probably see on a few other websites advertised under a few other names. The NEX-PB1 by Nexmotors. This is the same, this is that one. Also you'll see Luyuan LY40MT-3, which is this bike, which is pretty much this model, which is what this is. So when you get it in the box, that's probably what it's going to say on the box, that it's the Luyuan LY40MT3. Regardless, this was advertised by minipocketrockets.com as the Blade 49R. Now it's a little bit different than their older 49Rs that I've seen, and I've seen videos of, and I've seen some in person. I mean, I do have the chain protector off and the chrome pieces off, so that doesn't really make a difference on its current visual. Just it's the fairings is different. Regardless, I'm gonna talk about a few issues I got with the bike right out of the box. I've only ridden it. This was before I've even ridden it. This is how I got the bike, with a slash tire and a bulge on it. Fucking, that's pretty bogus. I contacted Mini Pocket Rockets to see if they would do anything about it, and I'm in the process of dealing with that now. I've only ridden it maybe around the block like 4 or 5 times. I didn't really want to do it too much because I know that tires like that, you can feel it really bumping and you can feel it really bad. I installed a little cheap LED kit, blue LEDs to go with the blue on the white, using a little 9-volt battery, fucking on-off switch. So that was $5, not bad, all on eBay. Another issue I had with the bike, this chain here is not well made, or not the chain, the design of the chain, where the chain protector bracket is, the little nut. The nut was like rubbing up against the chain while it was moving, so you would hear like a little kind of grinding noise. That's why I removed the chain protector on it. Plus it looks dumb. So these little marks here you see, I was trying to pry back the bracket. Also because look how close that is to the chain. I mean, it doesn't really have much side-to-side motion. It's not really supposed to, but regardless, I don't like my fucking chain that close to it. Look at that. I mean, come on now. I was trying to like pry it like to the side to see if there's anything you could really do. I couldn't really get it to budge. I wasn't really trying to do too much because it's fucking cheap shit anyways. It's gonna break something, you know? But so that was an issue I had right out of the box. Very poor design. One other thing I had a issue with was well, yeah, like how I was stating earlier, the bike design doesn't match the 49R you'll see advertised. You'll see it like the fairing like comes down underneath the pegs, and it looks lower and it looks more sleeker and cooler. I don't know how to explain it, but obviously that's, I mean, I put it together correctly and everything, and that's what it is. That's the product. Very, very bad. With the motor on it, it doesn't, you'll see like it's split here and it's overlapping there because this barely fits together. Like it doesn't even fit on there like it should. So this right here is cracked. It cracked because the turn radius is restricted. because of the poor design of the fairings. I mean, look at that, they couldn't even line up the paint. I mean, as you can see, look how off that is. And everything is all lined up, you know what I mean? So everything is all lined up on as much as I could on my end. But another issue I was having with the bike, I mean, look at the pool starter. I mean, like in the picture, you'll see the engine's supposed to like go perfectly around the molding, but it doesn't. So that looks dumb. Kind of makes it hard to get this little pool starter to get to. And on top of that, while you're riding, you're like, your ankle, whatever, will be hitting this fucking piece that's out in the open. You can't really squeeze it together because of, like how I stated earlier, if you squeeze it more, then the fairings will rub against the tire. So if you try to push this in at all, then so you got to ride with the fairings off. But then that defeats the purpose of why would they send you fucking aesthetics if you can't use them. I had an issue with I had to bust out the drill because 3 out of the 4 holes were drilled correctly. This one right here was drilled off point, like they missed their mark. So these 3 were where they were supposed to be, but this one, they like drilled it like not even like there's like a little like mark where you're supposed to drill it, and they totally did like to the side. Like, so if I took the seat off, you'll see an extra hole somewhere right there. It's kind of dumb looking. But so I had to do that. One other thing that was a poor design, this choke here. Let's see. The choke, fucking, so it's all the way up now. So it's ready to run. Or at least this is how there was no manual, so I had to figure that out on my own. Usually it's choked down, but for this one it's choke up. But as you see, I'm struggling to get the choke down because, so you put the choke up. When I first got it, I was starting it, I was letting it run. I was trying to ride it around the block. It was bogging down and shit, running very poorly. I was wondering why. I thought the choke was up, or the choke was whatever, not choking. And then I realized that, see, now you're good. So now the choke is up. So that's kind of dumb how they did that. The frame is in the way of the choke lever. Fucking very stupid design. So if you get the Blade 49R with the Luyuan motor, be aware of that. So you got the little primer. This press this to prime it before you start it for the first time, or just in general if you haven't started it in a few days or weeks or years or month, however old it is. So that's information imported by Luyuan Inc. 40cc engine displacement for the 2018, but this was marketed as the 2019 by the website. So I don't know what to believe, what to say. So whatever, I'll say it's 2019. I bought it in 2019. On the website, it says use fuel gasoline 93 octane, or on the website it says 87 is better, is 87 or plus, but on the sticker here it says 93. So I put 87 in that. So I don't know if that's done anything good or bad, but I'm not really. On the website it also says 10W30, but right here it says 1040. So I mean, it came with oil in it, so hopefully it came with the right oil. I doubt it, but I doubt it'll make a difference. They marketed it as like a Honda clone engine. So if it is a Honda clone, it should be very accepting of abuse and pretty much able to take anything. I mean, I've had Hondas before and they're badass. Oh yeah, there we go. It says 10/28. That's when it was manufactured, in October 10, 2018. So yeah, this bike is half a year old. So it was sitting around for at least half a year before I bought it. Well, anyways, that's the review for this bike. I don't really know what else much to talk about. Pegs are kind of shitty. I think I already brought that up. Fucking. Just a little pin holds them in. Brakes, they work at least, so that's not bad. It's got a little kill switch. You gotta turn off the motor somehow. That actually works. So just make sure you inspect your bike really well before you do anything. Make sure you calibrate it really well. Make sure everything's good to go. Don't just think you can pull it out of the box and be ready to ride right away. Took me like an hour and a half to set it all up correctly, and even then I'm still having problems. And I'm still not finished with the fucking tire because that's how it came. Stupid. But yeah, when you get yours, hopefully you won't have as many misfortunes as I did. I'm only seeing possibilities of people having more misfortunes because that's what I've heard of. And that's what I'm seeing, doing more research on this model. Alright, well, that's about it.